Hello and welcome. This is Skinner, and we're back with some more Wargame Red Dragon. And all I have left to do before I end my turn is to decide on whether or not I want to spend these political power points. And I am noticing now that I'm zoomed out like this, it looks like we're going to get more political power points from this naval sector. I hadn't seen that until just now, so we may be getting more points than I realized we were going to get. So if we are able to hold all of these zones, then that should be 25 points. All right, that's pretty good. They may counterattack me in Seoul, though, so I'm not sure if we're going to get those points or not, but even still, that should be 20 points if I am understanding that correctly. So that's good. Now, what I would spend these points on, more than likely I'd spend them on this armored battalion. Unfortunately, it looks like I cannot deploy them down here in Busan, only in Seoul, so that's unfortunate. All right, well, with that being said, what do we want to have happen here? I am worried about this armored regiment coming in after me. It's a fresh unit with quite a lot of tanks, and they're going to be facing off against a somewhat battered unit. Now, I do have some air power coming in here, but so do they, and now that it looks like we're going to have these MiG-29s that we're going to have to face, and that's going to be a tough fight. Now, I do have anti-air in here, but I'm a little bit overwhelmed. I'm a little bit concerned that we might be overwhelmed with just the sheer number of tanks they have, and I'm not sure how many more anti-tank vehicles I have, as we've been taking casualties there, and how many tanks we have. I might not be able to hold them off, and it does concern me a little bit that we cannot deploy that U.S. armor over here. It looks like the U.S. units can only deploy over in Seoul. At least that's what I'm assuming. I can only afford this guy to confirm that for sure. So what could we deploy over here? Well, it would be the attack helicopters, which do have anti-tank weapons, so that could help me. So that's one thing that we may deploy. Air Force-wise, all we have left is South Korean units, and that's going to be the F-4s with bombs, which wouldn't help me against armor. And I think that's going to be the main threat over here, is just the tanks that they have. So we'll have to see, but I think the right call here is just to hold the points, because, as I said, I may want to deploy attack helicopters down here or what have you. So let's go ahead and end the turn and just see what happens. Okay. Ooh, okay. Major, military intelligence informs me that at least one enemy armored regiment is en route to Seoul. I advise you to be extremely careful in this priority sector. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that in a second. Oh, there goes the MiG-29. Oh, okay. Major, we confirm that the enemy squadron of MiG-29 fighters is taken off for air-to-ground support. Warned our pilots that things are going to get pretty heated up there. It says air-to-ground support, but aren't the MiG-29s air superiority? I believe they are. I mean, that's the symbol that they have. But they may have... No, it's all air-to-air attack. But it was talking about my pilots having to worry. So they're more supporting the ground and just that they're covering them. Okay, so they mentioned armored regiment. Oh, okay. Up here? Tank regiment. Whatever they got that needs to... Oh, T-72s. AP power of 18. Well, that's going to beat K-1 tanks that we've used in the past. I don't know what the M1A1 Abrams is like, so we're going to have to take a look at that in a second. They have some anti-air defenses, but outside of that, I guess that's all they've got, so they're just tanks. So we're definitely going to want to defend Seoul, because the T-72s are going to be a little bit of a problem. 4 platoons of that. That's going to be a lot to deal with. They also have an aviation regiment that they've deployed out here, so I'm going to... We don't want to overextend here by attacking into here. As much as I think we could be successful with that kind of attack, we would leave Seoul open to a counterattack, and this is a pretty significant one. So we might want to go on the defensive. I'm not going to worry about that just yet, as that's not an engagement that's going to happen this turn. Let's focus on the south and where things might happen this turn. So to be totally honest with you, I might go completely defensive here and not engage at all in a battle. They did engage me here, but they don't have any command vehicles from what I remember. No, they don't, so I should just drive them out immediately. These guys don't even have morale, so will they get destroyed by me doing that? I don't know. But why don't we just focus on moving some units around? So, who would help me? Infantry battalion, maybe? We could get anti-tank weapons. The armored battalion. See, the infantry battalion would be a little bit more useful to me, because they would be able to move here and then move into attack next turn if I needed them. We could also move the anti-tank company to do the same thing. They're fresh, so that would really help, I think. So let's go ahead and have them move. And we'll have the infantry battalion move too. We might just have them refit too. They've taken a little bit of a beating. And then all we've got is the recon and the armored battalion and the logistics company. Okay. We might want to kill these guys, to be totally honest with you, but I actually don't have anything that may be able to do that, so... Alright, we'll worry about this in a second. Engineer battalion, could that help? We have. What is in this? Let me see. Artillery. I don't think any of that's going to help me. We need anti-tank weapons. What kind of tanks are we facing off against? Let's focus on that. So, AP power of 19, so that'd knock out our... Wow, these tanks are something else. 16 armor, 19 AP power. So that would knock right out, that'd knock out our K1s. This is a real worrying. It's the same cost as our K1s too. That kind of is not great. And then they've got these guys, which I think this is the kind of thing we've seen in the past. AP power of 16, which wouldn't defeat our 17 armor and our K1s. I'm really concerned that they're just going to overwhelm me. They do have anti-air missiles, so that's a little worrying as well. I think they also have that anti-air. So they have a lot of anti-air in this as well. All right, well, let's get our air power deployed. You know, totally honest with you, I think we should just deploy everything that we've got over here. Now, again, I don't have to attack this turn, so take one thing at a time. I think what we'll do is we'll send these guys in, so we'll have them R&R. They have enough initiative points that they can do that. It would give me a cohesion advantage. Okay, so they have another anti-air company that they could put into this fight if I hold, though, so that's a thought. All right, so let's move these guys in. I haven't decided yet if I want to attack. Now, I'm assuming that we won't be able to R&R in here. No, it doesn't look like it. Well, I already did, though, so... yeah, that doesn't necessarily matter. Okay. We already have a logistics truck in here, so... the infantry regiment should stay where it is, because we do have to defend this to some regard. I mean, there is this aviation regiment that could just walk in here and take this, because it has enough initiative, I think, to do that. Yeah, I think so. So... we need some element of defense in here. So I'm just going to have these guys R&R. If I need to, they can come in and fight next turn. So, R&R. These guys should R&R as well, just to get that cohesion up. Okay. Do we want to take this fight? I mean, it's going to be tough. I'm really concerned that they're going to overrun me with their tanks. So... I'm going to want to have the fight in a way that I think I can take it. So, I think we have to get the attack helicopters in here. They have a lot of anti-air, and they have the MiG-29s, which would leave the helicopters vulnerable. But if I put a lot of my anti-air in, I may be able to knock out their air power as they come in to attack the helicopters, if they do. So, is that a wise move? The only thing I'd have available that would really help me, outside of the scout helicopters, which would help, but again, as much anti-air as they have, these guys would help. They cost 80, which is expensive, but it's enough AP power to knock out even those very well-armored tanks, even on the front. So we'd want to do that. I think it may be worth it. I think this fight is going to be a tough one for us. That doesn't mean that we're going to limit our reinforcements over here, but we do have a number of options. For example, this armored battalion we could put in there. It's coming up against T-72 tanks, so I don't know how well that's going to go, but I'm assuming the M60s can at least defeat its armor. I would have to look at that more closely. We wouldn't be able to call in the Marine Regiment, though, so that's a little bit of a problem. The Sea Attack Squadron, though, we could call in, and they might be able to knock out tanks. So we'll go ahead with the attack helicopters here, just because I think really going to help me in this engagement. So we get some attack helicopters with this guy too. So maybe this was not what we needed to do. These guys are a lot cheaper, so that's good too. So let's go ahead and put these guys into this fight. Let's see what we can do. We've got more cohesion coming in too. So Maybe this is the wrong move, but I'm going to go with this, and we're going to try a fight here. I don't think there's anything else I can do to prepare for this, so let's just go ahead and do it. I'm very concerned about this fight, though. This is going to be a very tough one. Okay, so we're definitely going to hold down Busan, or the 2 Busan deployment zone, even though this one might be the easier one to defend. We do have some buildings that we could use our infantry, although I don't know how great of an infantry force we have. Okay, anything that I need to take a look at last second here? Just the MiG-29s are going to be a real concern. 4,200 meters. What about our F-16? What can they do? So these guys can hit at 7,700 meters, and they have 6 of them, so that's pretty good. These are expensive, though. And then we have these guys, which about the same range, I think. 4,200, 4,500. So these MiG-29s would have an advantage over these F-16s, but these F-16s would definitely have an advantage. I'm sorry, I did that backwards. These F-16s would be advantaged. These ones would not. Slight disadvantage. All right, well, still going to be a tough fight, I think. So let's go ahead and launch up. We do have a big cohesion advantage here, so we'll have more deployment points than my opponent will have, although I imagine they might just go with a tank rush on me. We have a lot more points in here, so they're going to need 4,000 points to defeat me. So let's just launch this battle. See what we can do. Okay, so starting off, it's going to be tough, I think, to do this on the ground, just because we saw how few vehicles we have. Much as putting defense in here might be a good idea, the sight lines are so close, they'll be right on top of me by the time I see them. Unless I move up into here, but then I wouldn't have a lot of support. And I'd still have the same problem with sight lines, because there's woods here, what have you. I could set up here, but then they could just go along the road and not really encounter me much. I do have to defend in here. I'm worried about how many casualties I'm going to take trying to do that. We could also defend this ridge. We would hit anything along this road, which might be very important. We could also defend this ridge and hit anything that's trying to come along this road. I may have to abandon that idea, though, and just use maybe infantry or something. We do have some. Yeah, we could use these seals. They're expensive, but it would give us some element of anti-tank, and we could put them within a building to give them some defense. Maybe. Yeah. And the enemy would have to come along this road because the ridge here. I mean, they could come this way, but you know, it is what it is. So let's go ahead. I'm going to deploy Marines in here. We'll do a full platoon. We do have to do it like this for helicopters. Okay, let's get rid of the forward operating base for just now. And I'm going to try and go with as cost effective as I can with our manned vehicle. So let's take a look at that. 115 for these guys, 100 for these guys. So that's the most cost effective we're going to get. Now, we don't get any deployment points over here, so there's no reason for me to hold this unless, again, I want to do a defensive line on this ridge. So that would be why I would do that. Okay, so our most effective tanks are going to be the K1s, but we know that the K1s can be knocked out by their best tanks. Although our K1s... Oh, wow, they can... 16 AP power is exactly how much these guys have. Wow, I might not be able to attack those tanks at all. Or just barely. Okay, so the M48s would be more or less defenseless. Fortunately, our anti-tank vehicles have taken a lot of casualties. So... if I did that, I put them along this ridge. They would definitely be able to hit anything along this road. They're longer range missiles. All right, that might be an idea. Okay, so what are we going to put in this wood? As much as I like that idea. All right, so... can you guys defeat... No, you can't defeat the kind of armor that we're going to be facing off against. As a matter of fact, you guys are just kind of screwed. So... even these guys can't defeat the armor. So if they use their best their best armor against me, there's nothing I can do about it. All right, well, we'll still try and defend as best as we can. So I'm going to put some of these anti-tank missiles vehicles on this ridge. And I'm also going to get a recon vehicle. So we've got a little bit of sight line. So we can see the enemy before they're in range. Hopefully. They may come with a flank back here. I'm not going to worry about trying to defend it. Instead, I'm just going to worry about... What I might do is just try and use... What are the AP power? Okay, so the infantry might be able to hold this sucker. All right. Well, that's what we're going to try and do. So I'm going to put infantry in this fight. And we're going to use their anti-armor. I'm going to probably put it in the deep woods. So the enemy has to come in to see me. And then we're going to hit them at point-blank range with the anti-tank weapons here. And I'm hoping that will be enough. Otherwise, I'm going to do a secondary defensive line along this ridge. So these buildings and close in on these woods, I think, is where we're going to try and defend. I don't know how well that's going to work, but I'm going to try. Put them here. Actually, I'm already out of infantry. I don't know if that many infantry can hold off that many... Oh, these are recon guys. Hold on. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing there. Okay, so we have... We could do more than that if we also use the recon guys, which they have the same anti-tank weapons. So we could get 2 platoons in here. In the area. Whether or not I want to put one in this building, I'm not sure. But that might be good enough. Matter of fact, I have even more units than I realized. Okay, so we're going to go very heavy on infantry here, because I think that's going to be how we defeat these guys. We let them come into the woods, and we defeat them by hitting them at like close ranges along this road. So we'll put 1 platoon here, 1 platoon here. Maybe we have one of these guys be recon. So why don't we put a couple of these guys in the buildings? I want you to be on the ground. Go. Put these guys in the buildings. And we'll put the recon unit here, I think. So let's grab the recon unit. I don't know if this is the best idea, but I'm trying to get this to work with what we've got, and I have to look at what our capabilities are. Okay, so now that that's all set up, we can do helicopters, our air power, that kind of stuff to try and hold this line too. Do we want to put a forward operating base in here? Maybe along here? That would be able to supply the infantry. I put one here. Then we can put another one along the ridge. I don't know if these guys are going to hold out or not. I really don't know. We could just put a logistics truck if we are a little bit worried about them not lasting very long. Okay. Now for the tanks. Do we want to use K1s? Well, that would exhaust what I've got. And we could always call them in later. I definitely need anti-air, so let's get our anti-air units in here. So these are these guys equipped with Stinger missiles. So I'm going to grab a platoon, put them in this building here, and do a little bit concerned about this flank here. Let's put them over here. I think that's going to be the most defendable area to put them. Okay, helicopters. I think we'll need those early on. So these would be the best for us. Now, see, the thing with the forward operating base is we're going to want to have it in a position where we're going to have our helicopters fall back. So now that I could still have this guy here for our infantry, but I would have to maybe have another forward operating base specifically for our helicopters to rearm, as that will be something that we will probably need. So go ahead and put that there, and then let's get our helicopters going. So these guys are 80 points. These guys are 5th. I think this... We don't have as many missiles. That's the problem. I still don't have my anti-air out there, too. Outside of just minimal. We could always call the helicopters in later. So why don't we get our anti-air going here? So we'll put some anti-air over here because they might come after these guys. So I'll put a little of anti-air defense and we'll put it by this cargo truck like that. Okay. Then we'll grab this guy. We'll put him along the forward operating base here. And I think that's all we're going to do for now. I'll wait until I get another 50 points, and then we'll call in another helicopter, perhaps. We'll get that coming in. I suspect there's going to be attack along here, and we're just trying to hold it as long as we can. So let's go ahead and slow this down to very slow. I'm going to empty out my infantry right where it is. And then we'll go from there. So let's launch the battle. Okay. Tell you to unload. Guys to unload. Okay, let's go to bullet time. Let's have the helicopters get out of there. They don't need to be in this fighting. So put them in a more defendable position. I'm going to come over to the forward operating base. I'm going to turn off fuel, but spare parts and ammunition will stay on. We're going to do the same thing over here, so we're not wasting any of our resources. The next thing I'm going to do is get the helicopters out. There. Put you there. All right, let's just get the infantry here. So you are going to go along this road. Okay, we'll try and regroup them into a singular unit once we get them there, but we'll put these guys along. Got one on this side of the road, one on that side of the road. Okay. Helicopters, let's get them out. You. Along the forward operating base to defend it. Even though it's machine guns, which won't do much good. Yeah, I don't know what all I have told to get out of there. Assuming the helicopters over here I haven't told to get out at all. Kind of hard to see them right now because of our infantry kind of being in the way. Okay. Sure, I've got more helicopters to get over there. These guys, I don't think I've told. Now for you guys. I want you to be where you've got good sight lines. You, same thing. There. Watch this road. I think I've told these helicopters to get out. So we should be ready for that. Okay. We're pretty much good to go. Now, their air power cannot really strike our infantry. So that's another reason why going for infantry is not a bad idea. Put it very slow and just see what happens here. As there might be some units that I forgot about. Once I get 100 points, I'm going to grab these helicopters and we're going to start getting them out there so we can start striking our enemy. And then I'm going to wait for our... Okay, we got them. Then I'm going to wait for our enough points to get airplanes, because we're going to need those at some point. But right now, the armor is what I'm more worried about. Let's go to very slow. I think I've got these guys in the position I want them in. Group. Okay. Let's get them more along the road here. You know what? Honestly, they're probably fine where they are. Let's have these guys. Group. Okay. All right. These guys also can regroup as they're in the same building. There we go. Think they're doing it? Well, they're not doing it, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move the one infantry group to a different building, as I don't think they're actually properly in the building. Maybe that was the problem. You know what? Let's move them back real quick. Okay, we almost have enough. Let's go to bullet time here. I'm going to grab an F4. I see enemy coming. Oh, where are you? There. And I'm a little bit worried, so go back to very slow. There we go. Hit these guys. They are the scary dudes. Let's go ahead and have our helicopters do the same thing. I'm hoping they don't have any anti-air vehicles in the area. Okay. Go to bullet time real quick. How can you regroup? No. All right. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We do have anti-air. I'm trying to get the helicopters out of there. Okay, I think I got them out. Get another F4. Let's hit the anti-air vehicle. If it gets knocked out by the helicopters, then I won't worry about it. Okay. Grab this guy. Okay. F4 is going to come in. We've redirected it at this guy. Oh, we've got armor coming in. Let's focus over here instead. Okay, managed to hit him. Okay, evac. Okay, scary stuff happening. Let's bullet time. All right. We've got our air power doing its thing. I think we should probably just not worry about it. You're evacing. You're almost out of missiles, so we're definitely going to want more helicopters in here, but the helicopters are doing good work. I don't know what types of armor is coming in here, but I ideally want to go after their more expensive stuff, but we'll go after what's closest first. So let's go to very slow here. Let them fire off the last of their missiles. Hopefully we'll get some kills. Okay, fire off that last missile, and then we'll have them come over here. Get rearmed. Get another F4. We're gonna need it. Let's have it come in, do a mission here. Now, I am risking my helicopters here. So far, these guys have done all right. We were able to catch them before they were a threat, though. Looks like we may have knocked these guys out. Let's make sure we're attacking this guy, as that is the heavy armor dude. That's going to be a problem. Okay, let's just get him out so he doesn't get hit by anti-air. All right, I should probably get more helicopters in here when possible. Yeah, we are getting hit by anti-air. But I think I'm going to get out. Yeah. All right, we're going to have to be careful from here on out. All right, let's tell them to land. Let's get some more helicopters in here. Okay, our infantry is taking some casualties. They're hitting me with artillery, which is a problem. Let's back up a little bit. Okay, let's get our helicopters in here. I'm going to go to bullet time. Helicopters. We want more of these guys because they're nice and cheap. Bullet time's causing me some issues. Oh, I'm on the wrong helicopter too. Go to very slow. Grab the right guy. Ah, there we go. Okay, these guys are rearming. Okay. Okay. Trying to not let these guys overrun us. Okay. They are doing casualties to me. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Do have our F4s in the air ready to go. So let's hit these guys. I do have to worry about... Get them in position to fight. Here come the F4s to help out. I think we've managed to kill a lot of the tanks in here. We can't see them. Let's evac. Damn it. It's my bad. I messed that up. Okay. These guys are coming in. I think the smoke's the problem here. Got a target here. These guys are ready to go. Hit these guys. Where they come in. Our infantry's taking good casualties there, but not a whole lot I can do about it. Hopefully we've taken out their more expensive tanks. Get these guys backed up a little bit. Yeah, these are their tough guys. Okay. Get these guys backed up a little bit. Managed to knock them out. Alright. These guys still have some missiles. Let's get these guys rearmed. We've got some more helicopters available. Let's get the big boys out. No, I can't do that yet. Hold on. Bullet time it. I should get out a F-16 at this point because they may have air power now. So, what we're going to have to go with. Let's go back to very slow. Our infantry took some good casualties there. Unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot I could do about that. The smoke is what really caused us there. But may be able to get something to happen here. Okay. Get our helicopters going. The helicopters are doing good work for us. So these are the weaker guys. Okay, we managed to do some good casualties there. Because we've knocked out a number of those... Okay. Possible target here. I think we should hold, though. Let's just go here. This will actually be a rearm point. I'm not going to have the F4s come out just because their attack angle draws them right into the enemy. Let's just chill. Our helicopters are getting there. Let's go to slow. Okay. Very slow. Okay, you guys need to land. You guys, go ahead and take off. I mean, you've got one more missile to load, but I want to get you out there because these guys need a little bit of help. Although we do have our anti-tank weapons firing now. Okay, we've got more artillery coming in. Is it our actual artillery? No, smoke. We have to knock out that damn artillery. Okay, we've got our anti-tank missiles out. Okay, good. So far, so good. Go ahead and get another F-16 out here. So, I don't remember which one I got, but what I need is these guys. Okay. So we've got our F4, an F4 ready to go. I just need to get it into a good position. I don't have very good sight right now because of the constant smoke rounds that they're sending my way. We actually are... There we go. We've got a target here. I don't know if I can attack him with my helicopter here. Just because they... Oh, hello. Back this guy up as we continue to fire. We got a target here. Okay. Continue to fire missiles at him because we've outranged him. Okay, we've got another enemy here. I might look for something. Let's see if we can get one of our anti-tank guys. Come up here. Give me some firepower on that. Stop. Wow, the anti-air is coming right out to me. It's possible it's doing that to try and counter my helicopters. Let's get our helicopters rearmed. Get ready for a... Okay. Fire away. The anti-air should be no threat to me. Okay. We have a target here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't pay attention. Were we being attacked by anything in the air? Thought I saw a plane come in. Did I lose any vehicles? I don't think so. Okay, our infantry's continuing to hold out. Have you not landed? I thought I landed you. Looked like you were low enough. Alright, well, getting rid of that anti-air has helped. Alright, managed to destroy. Let's get some of our infantry up here and see if we can find anything. These are recon infantry. After all. Get our helicopters rearmed. If we can see anything. You know what? I've got recon helicopters. Get one out. Put one over here. Our helicopters themselves will probably be ready soon. Might be good to get an attack helicopter or two out here too. Go ahead and get some. I'll get one more of these guys, and then I'll get our attack helicopters. Them there. And I'm gonna grab, so I have it available, 2 F-16s, just to get ready. They are gonna come in at me. Here comes our scout helicopter. We're gonna put that over here so we can get some sight lines. This over here. Their other helicopter. Put that over this way. You are going to go over here somewhere. Okay, so far our recon infantry is not seeing anything. Get it up to here. I have to be a little bit careful because I don't want them to get annihilated by something. Okay, we see something. A recon vehicle. Let's... I will be able to hit it soon. But I don't want it to open me up to getting hit by their anti-air, which is right there. Now, if I can keep sight lines, I can actually hit their anti-air. So I'm looking for that opportunity. That's what the scout helicopter is all about. Get these guys backed up a little bit. Okay. Got some baddies over here. Probably what the scout helicopter is seeing, but we still have a lot of anti-air we have to take care of. Okay, we know of enemy. Back up a little bit. Yeah, that's going to be the anti-air. See if we can hit this guy. Damn it. Alright, we've got our air power coming in. Damn it, we just lost vision. Oh, never mind. Hit it. Hit it, hit it. I think I evac'd him. Okay. Good stuff. Evac. Some more anti-air coming in on me. I'm not too happy about losing... Oh. Got some more stuff coming in. Who are we firing at? Oh, this guy. Okay, got him. A little overkill there. I really wish your helicopters wouldn't fire munitions that have no chance of denting the enemy. Firing off rockets on an enemy that can't be damaged by rockets seems a little silly. Let's get some anti-air out here. So I'm going to grab these guys, put them in by the forward operating base. I'm taking a little bit of risk moving my helicopters out this far. Okay, let's hit this guy. Oh, bad guys have taken this. I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys rearmed. Let's go back over here. These guys need rearming too. As a matter of fact, we don't need to go that far. Let's go here. And I know there are bad guys over here, I just can't see them. Get our attack helicopters up here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get some more attack helicopters. Them over here. I don't know what I'm firing at here, but it's definitely a tank. Okay, it was another one of those expensive tanks, so that's good for me. Just wish I could find the, you know what, let's start hitting these guys. I didn't really think to do this, but let's start hitting the, where we think the anti-air is with the napalm. So I think it's over here. If I'm wrong, well, we can use our attack helicopter to try and knock it out. Okay, you're in place, go ahead and land. You're in place, go ahead and land. Stop you right there. Fortunately, I probably have too many F4s at this stage. Okay, have missiles coming in. Okay, another... Okay, so it's there. Napalm was close. Unfortunately, we lost our F5. Not ideal. I think they had some surface-to-air missiles. We definitely don't want our attack helicopters being hit by that. Okay. We want to minimize our losses, so... Another one of these Ho 5s. Okay, we almost have enough. Just need to knock out a few more things. Get you guys rearmed. We'll get our other helicopters in position. Got plenty of time. Let's get one of those recon helicopters out here. I'm kind of bummed that we lost the first one. Okay. Still don't have sight on any enemy. Well, we know they're over here. Let's see if we can find them. At this stage, they might not even be able to stop an armored attack, so I might go with some K1s. Although that might get them to get their planes out, which I'm not really keen on doing. Okay, some more of these guys. Just a Ho 2, though. Not really sure what that... Okay. Ho 5. Have him stop, so he doesn't get any closer. This is probably their command vehicle. Let's hit it. Oh! Being hit. Okay, we managed to get enough points before that was a problem anyway, but there we go. We managed to get a total victory. We lost 215 points of our own. That was probably the infantry and the one plane we lost, so... That actually went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. I was a little bit concerned about this fight, just with how much armor they had. As you could see, that armor did get pretty close to overrunning my position. It's good that we went with the infantry. The infantry made it so that they really had no way of using their air power against me, which I think is the key. That's one of the reasons why I did what I did. Only their tanks would be able to attack me, and I felt like with the dug-in position, with the anti-tank weapons that we had in the woods, we were at quite a bit of an advantage against tanks. So... Alright, that seemed to work out. We didn't destroy anyone, but we did do some pretty significant damage on them, especially in their tanks. We took out 28 of their tanks, only leaving them 20 left. They only have 6 of these more powerful tanks. So if we can knock those out, we'll take the bite out of this unit big time. Alright, well, let's go ahead, finish that up. We'll have to expect that they're going to counterattack us next turn, but because this is a tank regiment, all it will be able to do is move in. Won't be able to attack me, so... That's all right to a certain extent. Okay, and they can't attack here, so without going this way first. So the attack's going to come over here, and we've got things over there, and we're moving things over there, so it'll work out. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.